Hey there, it's Ann Poirier, Shaping Perspectives, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the mother-daughter dieting cycle. And so next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I'm going to be hosting a webinar breaking the mother-daughter diet cycle. And why is this important to me? Way too many reasons. Children right now between the ages of 5 and 8 are having a desire to be thin. That's where it starts, at about 5 years old. And that's crazy to me. And it's sad to me. And not only for my own life, but for the clients that I work with day in and day out. Diets began to kind of elevate in their popularity back in the 70s. And that is also when we see a rise in what has been termed the obesity epidemic. So both dieting increases in popularity and the obesity rate rises together. There's a little bit of a correlation there. And so I get caught in this space where let's start to make a change. Let's start to make a difference. So what I want to talk to you a little bit about is how do we do that? Why do we do that? What happens? And so with the clients that I work with, as well as myself, it starts real early. It starts as early as ages, 6, 7, 8, 9. Children are told they need to go on a diet because they do not look like society wants them to look or like their parents think they should look, all with perfect reasoning behind it too, right? So they're doing it with love. They don't want their children to get bullied, say, because many of children get bullied because of weight. They get bullied because of lots of reasons, but that's one of them. So there's that. There's health. There's status. So being told to go on a diet, at 8, 9, 10 sets us up a little bit, right? We can be told by parents, doctors, teachers, and coaches, this is where it starts. And then 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, there is still a feeling of not good enough, not worthy, unable to be happy or successful due to a particular weight or feeling about how they look in their body. So what I want to kind of share with you is a little bit about how and why this starts. Children absorb everything. We learn from what's around us, right? So a lot of times with one particular client, what I'm thinking about is this space where they grow up in a community of family, as well as teachers and coaches or whatnot, along with the parents, that they feel not safe. They feel not good enough because of how they look. And so there's lots of language. There might be name calling or teasing around a body size and shape, which is happening in a space where there should be safety. There should be unconditional love. There should be no judgment. And so it's no wonder that we grow up thinking that we should be something else and labeling ourselves as all of the stereotypical things that society places on people in larger bodies, right? So, like they don't have any willpower, they're lazy, slobs, right? So there's all of these other labels that are placed on self, which decreases self-worth and self-esteem and self-acceptance. And then that continues to roll around in the brain day after day after day, year after year, month after, like continuous negative self-talk, self-doubt, self-judgment, self-criticism for years and years and years. And that also leads people to change. Okay, so I need to, I have to, I should be dieting so that I can lose weight, decrease fat, fit in. And that's what we teach our children as well. The only way we can be happy, the only way we can be successful, the only way we can feel good about ourselves is if we are in a certain size body. And you know what? That's not happening for everybody because we're all different. We all have different experiences. We all have different genetics. We all have a different way of life. And so what I'm going to be talking about in the webinar on Wednesday is how can we break free from some of these continuous pathways in our brain that are telling us we're not worthy. And I just caught myself saying us, right? So, and I do that because I have this story and I've done this work. And I've listened to the voices in my head. And then I understand and can empathize and validate the stories and the conversations that I have with my clients too. It's time to break free from some of these belief systems. It's time to start to model for our children that this isn't the way it has to be, that they are worthy and valuable and enough just as they are. They don't need to change their body size just to fit in, to provide love and safety, validation for our children through modeling behaviors that are supportive for ourselves. So I hope you will join us on Wednesday. It is the 15th, I think. Yes. At noontime, 15th of May, sorry. Wednesday, 15th of May at noon, we're going to be talking about breaking the mother-daughter diet cycle. You can register at the link right here on this email. It's free because one of my missions is for women to really understand and know their true worth and value in both body and in mind, so that they can share their gifts and talents with the world, so they can feel self-acceptance, contentment, and joy and peace. So I hope you join us so that we can start to shift the way people think and the way our children think and the way our children feel about themselves in their bodies. Thanks for listening.